Hey everybody, Brian Bauman from Bauman's Farm and Garden, and welcome to my garden. The farm is actually just right over those trees right there. I'm really close. It's really nice. I can walk to work in the morning. I can walk home for lunch. All of that is fantastic, but that also means that I am always in earshot of my mom, and no matter what she needs, no matter what time of the day is, she's usually calling me back over to the farm. It's nice to be wanted, but sometimes I wanted to bring you over to my house today because I have some really great plants in the garden. I work a lot. There's a lot of things going on the farm. I never get to spend enough time at home. And when I do, this last Sunday, we're closed on Sundays, I finally got to spend time in my garden, and it was so nice to see the progress of a lot of the things that I've been working on. First and foremost, come follow me. So I wanted to show you, gold foliage is so bright and wonderful in the garden. I have these huge trees all around me, and I like something that really brightens up the space, looks good, makes me want to smile. And this is a choicea, or Mexican orange. And this particular one is called Sundance. There's several different varieties, but Sundance is my favorite. It has everything that you want in a shrub. It's evergreen. It looks like this year-round. The foliage that comes up early in the spring is really bright and chartreuse and has that gold color. It'll fade a little bit more during the wintertime to a more kind of solid green. It still has a gold touch to it, but it's definitely brighter in the springtime. But year-round, it looks fantastic. In the springtime, it gets covered with these bright white flowers that have this kind of citrus aroma to them, which is just amazing. And it grows quickly. This hedge here that I have is probably 6-7 years old now, so it's not, it's been here a little while, but it's not growing crazy. I only have to prune this once every other year. I'm not out here pruning it all the time, and it still keeps this nice kind of hedged look that I really like. It's clean, glossy. I can't say enough good things about it. Everything about this is wonderful. We have some right at the farm right now. They're very easy to take care of, very hardy. They don't burn during the winter time. This year we hit like 11, 12 degrees here. It was pretty cold, and we still looked fantastic all year. Another plant, Jessica, come on in this way. This is a Fatsia called Camouflage. And if you look at the really cool kind of marbling to the leaves, it's got this beautiful look to it. This is an introduction that came from Monrovia probably about 4 or 5 years ago as well. One of the first ones that came out, I got to try and see how it does. This is one plant here. It's kind of multiplied isn't the right word. It's got like several arms kind of shooting off. This plant has done really well. This area gets very little water. It's right underneath the tree, so during the summertime, these big redwoods will pull a lot of water away, and it does great. It does fantastic. It looks good all year round. It has a white flower in the springtime, but it's not, I don't know, I almost picked them off because I don't like it. I like the foliage a lot better. There's a few other plants in my garden right now that have that kind of bright gold color that's really livening things up. So come follow me, I want to show you a few more things. All right, here's another kind of shady option, and I'm hoping Jessica kind of keeps the camera in nice and tight because I don't want you to see all the weeds in my garden. I don't have a lot of time right now to come out here weeding. Look at this conifer. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that bright chartreuse color on the foliage. This is a Japanese yew. This is a golden Japanese yew. The new growth on it comes out in this bright chartreuse colors. It really brightens up this kind of dark spot in the garden. These are just gigantic redwoods above me. And I think it contrasts really nicely with the ferns and the green maple in the background. The chartreuse really stands out. It's evergreen. It's gonna look fantastic year round. We have some of these available right now at the farm. If you're looking for a conifer to give you a pop of color during the springtime, this guy is a great option. I wanted to show you a flower bed that I just planted up this last weekend that I'm really excited about. I talked a little bit a couple weeks ago about dark leaf dahlias. I love these dahlias. They're amazing. They're gonna bloom all summer. I love the dark foliage with the flowers popping up right on top of them. Really pretty. I'm a little sad because I'm sitting down here looking at them now and realizing that the slugs are also really enjoying them. So I got to put some slug bait out here, which is always key to remember, especially in the Northwest. We're still getting some showers coming through. So those slugs are still walking around enjoying all this moisture. The dark leaf dahlias are beautiful, but they're really dark, right? You got to pair something with that. And to kind of go with the theme of the gold foliage throughout my garden, I picked out some of these lemon coral sedums from Proven Winners. Lemon coral is such a great ground cover. It has those beautiful yellow flowers poking up out of the top, but they are very vigorous. You got to be careful with what you pair it with. I have some pretty established echinacea in this here in this flower bed as well. The nice thing, these guys are already popped up and really going. If they're smaller, that lemon coral can kind of go over the top of them. This will just cover this whole area. I also popped in a lovely petunia called Hell's Forge. Beautiful kind of fiery color that I think is going to pair nice between the dark leaf dahlias and the bright chartreuse foliage of the lemon coral. Last but not least, check out this dogwood. This is a shrub dogwood, more of like the red twig, yellow twig, orange twig dogwoods that you'll find that are really great for marshy areas. This particular beauty is called Neon Burst. During the wintertime, it has really nice red twigs that I like to cut and use in flower arrangements and stuff. But when spring comes, oh my goodness, it like explodes with color. The chartreuse foliage just comes out. It's super bright. This is one of kind of my main islands in the middle of my back garden, so everyone sees it. It's a big focal point. I like to mix a lot of things in here, and having this kind of gold chartreusey foliage in the middle of it, it pairs well with reds, blues, greens, any type of flowers or foliage that I want to put with it. This is going to be fantastic. It's a rock star. It's super hardy. It's easy to take care of, takes full sun. And especially if you have an area that is marshy or stays wet a lot, this is going to do really, really well. If you're looking for an easy perennial shrub conifer that's going to give you a bright burst of gold foliage, that's going to lighten up your landscape, head on out to the farm. We've got a really great options right now, and save some of these because this is exactly what I like in my garden.